Hi, my name is John Drux. I'm a real estate broker out of Fresno, California. Welcome to my documentary called The Short Sale of the American Dream. This introduction is actually taking place almost as I'm concluding my documentary on the short sale of the American Dream. One of the reasons is I've had a few people ask, even after watching a couple of the videos, what is a short sale? Again, my documentary is faced obviously towards the realtors and the banks, the government, whoever can change it. My life's been completely destroyed by the real estate market. So, what is a short sale? A short sale is you have a homeowner that's trying to sell his house for less than he owes the bank. But instead of approaching the bank saying, hey, I'm in trouble, the first thing that needs to be looked at is, do you really want to leave your house? Can you go live anywhere else cheaper than in your house? One of the reasons I did this is I woke up one morning on the CBS Early Show was this documentary, basically, story on housing woes. Fresno, California is one city mentioned where it's cheaper to own a house than it is to rent. So again, anyone considering a short sale needs to consider, can they stay in their house? Talk to the bank. The next thing, if there is going to be a short sale, but once you watch these videos, my argument is there should have never been any to begin with. The banks need to be involved from the start at the time of listing, just like any other house that's going to be sold. If the bank's going to be the one to approve a short payment, they need to be involved from the start, saying, well, how short are they willing to go? What are they willing to pay to sell that house? How long are they going to give that agent to sell the house? Everything that a traditional seller has to do. I've been telling the realtors now for 4 years, you're operating under two sets of rules. You don't operate any business under two sets of rules. I'm sorry. Because if you operate under two sets of rules, guess what? Someone's getting screwed. Guess who's getting screwed is the homeowner. The real homeowner. The guy that really owns his house. Anyone that's short doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't really own their house. The bank owns their house. So, what is a short sale? I'm going to give you an example that was written. My email was written to the Fresno Realtors, Fresno Multiple List, I'm guessing 3 years ago now. And it was actually read to the membership in the meeting. And actually by the person I probably most respect out of any person I've met in the Fresno real estate market. Again, I'm staying away from names. I think you might know who you are, though. He's one of the greatest guys I've ever met. He's funny. He's smart. But guess what? I wish I would have taken him out sometime and said, you know what? We know there's a problem, let's solve it. But again, he was in a position, and that's the kind of the funny thing here. I really think it's someone from outside of the leadership of the realtors that needs to make the change. Again, I have a feeling that a lot of the leadership teams probably had their hands tied. Their allegiance is to the realtors. I'm a realtor. I have allegiance to the realtor until they prevent me from doing my business ethically. Probably the best way to explain this. Okay. The problem really exists within the Fresno Multiple Listing Service and any other multiple listing service that allows an unapproved short sale into the multiple listing service. My opinion is the unapproved short sale has completely destroyed the real estate market. But back to what I was going to talk about. Again, Fresno Multiple Listing Service. It's run by the Fresno Association of Realtors, but guess what? Guess what? You don't have to be a member. This was a court decision. You don't have to be a member of the Fresno Association of Realtors, the California Association of Realtors, or the National Association of Realtors to be a member of the Fresno Multiple Listing Service. Which I guess is probably a good thing, because now the realtor is going to try to say Don Drux maybe shouldn't be a realtor if he's going to talk bad about realtors. I'm trying to fix a problem here. I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody. I'm just talking to a camera right now because I've been talking basically to a wall for 4 years. Everyone knows there's a problem, but guess what? No one wants to do anything about it. Everyone wants to point fingers. So, this is an example that was read to the members of the Fresno Association of Realtors / Fresno Multiple Listing Service. How the story goes. Walmart advertises a jacket for $20. It's the greatest jacket you ever saw in your life. Okay? It's really a $100 jacket. It's the greatest jacket you ever saw for $20 in your life. You see this in a newspaper ad. You go down to Walmart. Actually, you have to stand in line at Walmart because guess what? It's a deal. Other people have seen this ad too. You get up to the cash register with your advertised $20 jacket, and guess what? The cashier says, I need to get my manager. This price was subject to. I need to get my manager to see if he's going to take the subject to price. The manager comes to the cash register and says, you know, we know this is a great jacket. We can't sell it for $20. We can sell it for $25 though. Do you know how long Walmart would get away with that? About 1 second. But yet, for over 4 years, it's been allowed in the housing market. You can advertise whatever price you want and get away with the subject to clause, which guess what? It just forced down every other house. Other houses are having to compete. Other stores, okay, under that theory, Walmart can advertise a jacket for $20 and say subject to, but Kohl's over here has to say the jacket's $25 from the start. Again, you have the short sale listing over here, subject to, and guess what? The traditional sale, the traditional seller over here that has to sell it for a specified price. If someone offers that price, they should have to take it. And actually, the way the listing agreement sounds is, if I take a listing and I bring an offer for full price, guess what? Whether you take it or not, I earn the commission. So, again, subject to pricing, in my opinion, has, my opinion is not only caused the problem, it's also preventing it from getting any better. I told them from the start that as long as you keep doing short sales, we will have an endless supply of short sales and foreclosures. Guess what? 4 years later, I'm still right. It needs to stop now. It should have stopped 4 years ago. So, again, I hope I fully explained what a short sale is. By all means, if you have any questions at all, call me. My number's on my website. Call me. Write me an email. My email's there. Facebook. Request a friend from me. Actually, you know what? I want you to friend me. Because if you agree with what I'm saying, I want you to share it. So, again, welcome to my documentary called The Short Sale of the American Dream. If you own a house, you should be very interested in this subject. Thank you.